Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny. Got a very special guest in the building. Talented young lady, JZB.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you? Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, man. Thank you so much. And, I always love a guest that brings gifts. JZB blessed me with a fire photo that I want to ask her about and a fire sticker, which you can now see on the wall. Thank you so much for this, by the way.
Of course.
Explain this photo for me.
So this is at BCC, Brampton City Center.
Okay.
Outside the library, the Civic Center, Chinguacousy branch. I actually just wrote a write-up about this today, so that was actually helpful that I did that. Prepped me for this.
Sick.
So I'm going to just tell this whole story right now. So
please do.
This was at a time where I knew I was moving to the city, and I was still living in Brampton, and I was still doing, my same old regular job, go to work, do school, go to sleep, go to the gym, whatever, over and over and over, right? So I was at the mall. I think I got food. Yeah, I would, go get A&W and then go back to the library, right? So I got the food, and I left. I didn't know that it was foggy outside, and I saw this, right? And at this point, I knew I was in the remix project, so I was like, okay, I need to get back on my shit. I need to, really, I'm a photographer, so I have to be a photographer. And I walked outside, and I was, so happy to see this fog. I was elated. Got my camera out, and I started shooting. I didn't even end up going back to the library. I was just shooting around the mall. So here, this photo is representative of there's some new hope, and the fog to me was the hope, but this is it's kind of a depressing, moody photo. So this just felt like life, waiting at the bus stop. It's cold, it's dark, you're trying to go home, the bus isn't coming, the bus passes you. So that's what that was, and they just lined up perfectly, and then this car that was coming illuminated them and got the silhouette, and it worked out so perfect, and all this detail, and my camera's not good in low light, but this one is good.
I love it, man. It's very relatable, especially if you grew up in the GTA.
Yeah.
Those snowy nights, cold ass nights, but you see the light. I love that.
Thank you.
I love it, man. So that kind of introduces us to what you do. You're a photographer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about how that even started for you. I'm very curious to know how you got into the game.
So when I was maybe 7, my parents got me a camera because I was going to Germany, which is where my dad's from. So I was going there, and I was going with my brother, and they were they didn't trust him with this camera, so they got me a camera, a little Kodak. It's this big, the ones. Yeah. So I got that camera, was in Germany, and I was just taking photos of everything. I'm lining up all these gummies, the Haribo gummies in the backseat, going to different cities and shit. I'm taking pictures of the gummies in different ways, and from then I was yo, having a camera is sick. It's a blessing. So I'd go take photos on this little camera all the time, and then I don't know when I really decided photography is my thing, but I know that my friend Miles, I don't know if you're familiar with him. His art is materialistic, but it's a V
Gotta
instead
check
of an
him
A.
out.
He's sick. So this is kind of his style too. I kind of was inspired by him,
Okay.
and I was inspired by Farhan. His username is Nightcrawl. So they're two inspirations for that. Anyways,
I love that.
so I seen Miles doing his thing, and that inspired me. And then I don't know, I just started taking it serious, actually getting into it. Got a camera. My parents got me a camera when I was in grade 9 for Christmas. And from then on, it's just been a wrap. I've just been doing as much as I can.
I like that, man. You unlock something in yourself. I rate that. Were you moving around city to city a little bit with your family?
No, I was always in Brampton.
Always Brampton, okay.
Born and raised until right now.
Interesting. How was growing up in Brampton for you? A very unique part of the city.
Yeah.
How was that coming up for you?
Well, okay, I didn't know my experience was like Brampton was weird and shit before I left.
Okay.
Or until I left. Because, you know, like, that's all you know. So you're not going to
100%.
realize, like, how different it is. But definitely, like, as a kid, you know, instead of being... And also, I go to school for environment and urban sustainability, right? So, like, I learn about cities, car dependencies, all these things. So when I think about Brampton, I think about car dependency, which is also what this photo is. And I don't think I'm an environmental photographer, but right now it's feeling like it's like holistic right now. But back to your question. Like growing up in Brampton, you can't go places, you know? You want to go on the bus, it's taking you 2 hours to get to one thing. So it's pretty boring. The food is good, the food is cheap. But also, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of Brampton is walking through parking lots and feeling like you're on the outside.
I feel that. I grew up in Mississauga, so I definitely kind of relate to that as well. I like how you said, what was it, car dependency?
Yes.
Like you need a car to move around, literally.
Where in Sauga do you grow up?
On the border of Mississauga and Etobicoke, East Mississauga. So, yeah, closer to Etobicoke than Brampton. But still, kind of like once you go into Mississauga, parking lots, plazas, you know,
you kind of
parks.
skip it.
Yeah. What led to you going out into the city, moving out to the city?
When I was like 12 or something, I just decided that my life is going to be like I'm going to have a condo downtown. I'll go to school for image arts at Ryerson, TMU. And then, I don't know, I just like always seen the pull towards it.
Right.
And then when I was little, my dad would take me downtown, my parents would take me downtown. And they really like it there. I don't know why we live in Brampton. They love it there.
Yeah.
So I always saw that and it'd be like it's like a fun vacation.
It really is, man. I relate to that a lot. When I'm downtown, it's like, yo, there's just so much shit to do. There's so much energy. You can't really be bored down there.
Facts. It's just everything to do. There's no, like, day of rest, I swear.
It's true. It's kind of like, it's interesting, man, because I've read about, like, cities and stuff like that, and it's like, there's so many people that are kind of all doing their thing, so it could be kind of lonely, but at the same time, there's so many people around. So it's like, man, there's always something going on.
Facts.
What led you to take that school program you're taking? That's a pretty interesting. To be honest, I didn't even know that was a subject. What kind of led you to go into that?
Okay, one day.
Mad different bottles here, by the way. Could open up our own shop.
I know, I'm trying to like make sure it stays in the right order. One day, I think it was in like grade 5. You know what? I do have shit to talk about. Yeah.
I already knew that.
My mom took me to the library because I had this assignment where we had to make like a green, like they didn't even say sustainable back then, a greenhouse.
Right.
So it's like a energy efficient house. So I told my mom about it. She got hyped up. She hyped me up about it. I was excited to do it. She's like, we're going to go to the library. I got a library card that day. And she took out all these books for me about like green living and houses and architecture and all this stuff, right? And I got so into that one little assignment on a Bristol board and shit. And yeah, like from there, I just been interested, I think. And like, I was like big on recycling as a kid and all that.
That's cool, man, because I went on your website that's in your bio, the portfolio or whatever, and it was a lot of like urban settings, and I think it's cool that you're doing your art about that, and you're also learning more about it through your studies and living too. So that's a dope little relationship there.
I didn't really see the connection at first, like until now. Probably like right now, I saw that connection.
Right now, there we go. We're learning out here.
Yeah.
I fuck with that, man. Do you feel like since you've been doing that in school, your style of photography's changed a bit?
Maybe. that's possible, especially like being downtown for school. I got to be in the city more. And then this artist, Edward Bertinsky, I hope I'm saying his name right, but he does like really cool landscapes of like industrial type of stuff.
Okay.
Or like, yeah, industrial, like fracking, oil sands, and they're like huge landscapes, and you just see how really humans have, what am I trying to say, like humans have formed our built environment, and now they shape the world, which is like this whole thing called the Anthropocene.
Okay.
Like we're in the Anthropocene era.
Interesting.
You know, like Cenozoic, Mesozoic, or I don't know.
Okay.
Those are,
I
don't know
terms.
what it's called, but
I don't know what the fuck it means, but I've definitely heard those terms.
So now
before.
we're in the, people say we're in the Anthropocene, which is like people are now determining the land. It's not the land determining itself.
Right.
So Edward Bertinsky, I saw his work in like grade 11 or something, grade 12 maybe, and I thought his stuff was really cool. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I like his work.
I like that, man, because I kind of feel like it's seeing the beauty in like man-made projects in a way.
The beauty, also like the ugliness and how like detrimental it is.
Right.
So there's like two sides to
Seeing a grimy ass street or grimy ass sewer or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I fuck with that, man. I'm a city guy, so I definitely relate to what you're saying. It's like, I don't know. There's a lot there. There's a lot to document, a lot to photograph, that's for sure.
Facts. You should check out Edward Bertinsky's.
Shout out Edward Bertinsky, man.
Shout out Edward Bertinsky.
Getting some good promo on here right now. Let's get it.
And you know, Seth G took this photo.
Seth G took...
Excuse me. He took a photo where it looks like his style to me. It's like an aerial shot. I love this photo that Seth took.
Shout out Seth G, bro. Fucking young legend, too.
Facts.
How did you get to know him?
He went to my high school.
Brampton is a fucking talented place,
I'm
man.
telling you, these guys don't get it.
Man,
I
met Seth through another bunch of homies of his. Do you know Stunna?
Probably not. Maybe.
Baby Trez, BJL, you know him. Like, all these guys came through. They all went to the same school. And you went to that same school, too. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
You know, if I see them,
There's something in the water in Brampton, I'm telling you. Very talented place, man. I'm very big on that. I tell people that all the time.
Good.
I'm not from Brampton.
Good.
But I love it.
These men need to know.
Very talented. Shout out Erin Martin, man. She's from Brampton, too.
Yeah, like, look at that. That's beautiful.
Legendary spot. How would you, like, okay, so you had an interest in photos at a young age. You already said that. What made you kind of keep going with it? Like, did someone say, yo, you have a real talent for this? Or was it just interest? How did that kind of keep going? Like, how did you keep going? Because a lot of people have photography as a hobby, but it's like once in a blue moon type thing.
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't really remember a specific situation where someone was like, "Oh, you have a knack for this."
Right.
I don't really. No, I think I really love it.
Were you always sharing it?
No. Because when I was younger, like, first of all, I don't even like to post on Instagram. I just started doing it, like, again, like, this year when I got into Remix, because everyone uses Instagram, and I'm realizing more and more, like, you kind of need to do it. If you want work that you want, you kind of need to do it.
It's a great advertising tool for you. It's hard, though. It's hard work. And sometimes it's not that fun. Like,
it's not fun at all.
No, but it's very useful.
It's rewarding.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, I don't want to make a reel. What the hell? Why am I going to make a reel?
Trust me, I have to make reels all the time.
It's
if
so
I don't
annoying.
make reels, I'm fucked.
Yo, I don't want to do that
You
shit.
feel like it's because you like your privacy or you just don't find it interesting at all?
I do like my privacy. Like, in my reel, I said, in my reel, I was like, I moved to Toronto. I don't want no one to know that. But I was talking to this person. Her name is Tanya, and she did a workshop at Remix, and she was like, yeah, like, tell your story. I'm like, man, I don't want to tell my story. Let the photos do it. But I don't know. You kind of got to inspire people and play the game.
You know what, though? I think you're So you have a mysterious vibe, definitely from the Instagram, because I don't think I didn't see your face anywhere. I'm like, who is this person? Couldn't really find a picture.
It's definitely on purpose too, cause like I have a personal Instagram.
Okay.
And I don't care. Like I usually just post like stories on it, and then like hip hop. I don't know. It's in construction, but like people would follow me. Like I have like 1K followers on there, almost 2K, and they're following me for the wrong reasons. Cause when I post a selfie, boom, it blows up, and then my photography is like 20 likes. Like what? Come on now.
It is weird. I feel you on that. It's like the real work doesn't really get appreciated sometimes.
Yeah, and that's why I'm there. Like
yeah.
I'm not there to post selfies really. Like it's funny.
But the right people notice.
I guess so, yeah.
The right people do notice, because I was saying to you before the interview, we followed each other, but I saw Brown Guy, and shout out Brown Guy.
Shout out Brown Guy.
Legend for sure. I need you in here soon. But I followed you already, but then he posted, yo, this girl's going to be a star. I'm like, holy fuck. I had no idea you guys knew each other. So that's why I say the right people will know. Keep bringing up the Remix project. We'll talk a little bit about that. I've seen it a little bit, but I don't really know what it is myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Remix project it's a place. It's like a school. So we have different programs. It's like literally like a school, like different faculties like how schools have. So there's business, creative arts, and music. So I'm in creative arts.
Okay.
I'm under the branch photography. Yeah. So there's like music business, there's PR, sports, fashion, recording arts, production, DJ, like it's pretty broad, right?
Right.
So you go there, you got to get 10 hours in a week, and you see all your people, and you can choose to work together or not, but you're like just around all these creatives for like a lot of the time. So like that's my family there, and we have classes, we have workshops, so it's like the most enriching experience of my whole life, for real.
That sounds cool as hell.
It's great.
Because the networking and finding like-minded people is a huge part of the challenge, and if they're all right there, that's so sick.
Yeah, like, changed my life for real. Like, if I wasn't there, like, I don't even know what I would have done.
Right. Would you say it was because it allowed you to meet new people? Was that the main thing?
Yeah, especially because I moved to the city. Like, the day of the Remix orientation was the day I signed my lease. So I don't really know anyone in Toronto, honestly. Like,
right.
Obviously now I do, but at that time I didn't really know anyone. So
you
I was
moved.
scared. I was like, yeah, I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like, how am I gonna immerse myself in the community? I don't know, but I did.
Yeah. What do you think of that, man? You think the universe took care of you there?
Yeah, but I took care of myself too.
True.
Facts.
Because you had to make the moves to put yourself in that position.
Mhm.
That's real, man. I like those types of projects too, where it's for like young people. It's for not even necessarily young people, but people trying to do their thing on the creative side. It's very valuable. Shout out Remix Project.
Shout out Remix. We don't have enough of those things too, you know.
I agree.
Like, what do we have like that in Saga? What do we have like that in Brampton? Nothing.
Not that I know of.
Exactly.
Shout out Living Arts Center though. They have some cool shit sometimes.
What do they have?
They have like courses. Like one time I took a pottery course at the Living Arts Center.
For free?
No, it was actually quite
See?
expensive. That's the problem.
That's the thing.
Yes, I agree. More free shit would be sick.
More free arts and culture.
Exactly. Is that something that you could see? Like if someone approached you and was like, JZB, teach a photography course, but you don't get paid for it, would you think about it?
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah?
I would do it. What? That'd be so
love it.
cool. I'm a teacher too. Like, I used to be a tutor. Like, at this time, I was a tutor.
Math?
Yeah. That was funny though, because I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, I was like tutoring and shit. And I like it. I feel like that's also my calling.
Tutoring?
Like
Or teaching?
Teaching. I've been teaching like always since I was like, when I was like 9, maybe, I was like teaching Taekwondo. Then teaching this. And like, I'm always like with kids, even though I never like was like, oh, I love kids and shit, you know? how people love kids for some
Yeah.
reason. I never was like that, but I don't know. Teaching is really rewarding.
It is very rewarding, especially when you know you're making a difference.
Yeah,
And
and you
they-
see it.
Yeah.
And the bond that you get with, like, I was thinking of my student today, like, I hope she's good. I wonder what she's doing right now. Like,
For
how's
sure.
school for her? I don't know.
For sure. Because you have a chance to help them out and maybe put them on a good path or help them build some confidence. You never know, right? It's a pretty rewarding thing.
Facts. And you see yourself, like, you think about yourself at that time. Like, what was I like when I was 7? And then you see them and you're like, yo, like, maybe this is what they need to hear. Tell them something nice.
100%. And I feel like, especially with kids, it's good for someone that's not that much older than them to give them some game, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't think, like, I you know, our parents are smarter, but
Facts.
we don't really
Yeah.
want to hear from our parents all the time, you know?
Yeah, and you don't want your auntie telling you
Exactly.
anything either.
It's like, what do you know, man? You haven't been a kid in 40 years, but when you're, you know, a little bit older, you've seen some shit. I think that could be really helpful for a kid. Yo, I was creeping your ING though, and I saw you had a post where you were saying you were gonna do a podcast.
Okay.
I gotta pry into that.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Okay. That's like my first post, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was hoping no one would ever ask you.
Yeah, I see everything, man.
Okay. Here's the truth. Okay. I think that I sound really different in different, not even in different contexts, just all the time. Depending on how I feel, depending on how I dress, the way I look, I don't know what, but I sound different. My voice is different. Like, sometimes I'll be like, hi.
Yeah,
What's
that's
up?
a thing though. I think everyone does that.
But I notice it, like, a lot. I don't know if anyone else notices, but I notice. So, I honestly, I have a, like, I guess I wanted to talk a lot of shit and talk about music. Because when I start talking about music, I start rambling, and people are, like, losing me. I see them losing me. I just wanted to talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Yep.
But also, it was mostly to, like, see how my voice, or hear how my voice is different at different times.
Okay.
So I didn't actually care about it, really. Like, it's not something I'm passionate about, but it's something I wanted to do. I don't know how I'll still do that. I feel like I'm too busy for that.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. I guess I'm doing it right now.
Was it something where you were like, I don't like how I sound, or it was just like, I'm interested to know how I sound?
I just want to know.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I've never heard that before. I've heard millions of times people say, I hate how I sound. I hate my voice. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that about themselves. But I've never
Yeah,
heard them say,
yeah.
I want to, like, learn about my voice. That's pretty cool.
But you know, since we're always making videos, like, talking,
We hear ourselves.
we hear ourselves way more than we would have. Because I remember when I was younger, I had a DS, and I'd record that parrot thing. You ever had a DS?
I remember it. The one with the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was, like, a parrot. I don't know. I remember the parrot. And it's like, you, like, talk and you listen to yourself. Bro, it sounds so weird. I was
Weird.
like, no way I sound like that. But now I know exactly how I sound.
Okay.
Or do I?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
We'll have to see. When I put this out, you might think differently. You never know. You said music. I love to talk about music. What do you like?
Oh, man, let's get into it. Hip-hop. Mostly. Like, hip-hop is my passion. Which doesn't make sense because I'm a photographer. But hip-hop is, like, everything to me.
Who are some people that you're listening to right now? And maybe who are your favorite ever?
Okay, right now, you know Skyfall?
Skyfall?
Yeah.
No, I don't actually. That sounds like a fire name though.
He's from Montreal.
Okay.
You probably heard one of his songs. And
Skyfall.
he's like I feel like he's just doing everything right. Like him, whoever his crew is, his team,
Right.
like they're just doing well. I like his music. Who else? Let me see.
I gotta check Skyfall. I've never heard that, but I fuck with Canadian rappers, Canadian artists in general.
Yeah, I try and go local, but you're a mixtape guy.
Man, and when I was in high school, mad mixtapes. Now, not as much.
When were you in high school? How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, so you're in high school in like 2010.
2009 to 2013.
Whoa, that's a sick time for mixtapes.
Yes, it was.
You had like the best time.
Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah,
Mac
Cushion
Miller,
OJ.
French Montana. I loved French Montana, man. He was dropping crazy shit at that time.
Coke Boys.
Yes.
Wow.
At that time, I was a huge mixtape guy, man. Dat Piff.
Yeah.
On there all the time.
Yo,
now
I have the app.
Is it still going?
Yes, it's
Shout
good.
out
You should
Piff,
get
man.
the
That
app.
makes me happy. I love. I used to be on that all the time. I don't listen to too many mixtapes now unless there's an artist I really like. Like Lucky dropped a tape last week. You like Lucky?
I do like Lucky.
One of my favorites. He dropped a new tape last week. But I'm not like scouring anymore.
I feel like I don't do that as much either. But I used to.
How old are you?
21.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm a youth still.
21. Okay. So who's the like top guys in your age group? Would you say?
In my age group?
Mm-hmm. Like who's? But
I don't know. I don't
Yeats.
really listen. Oh, I like. Wait, Yeats the one. Yeah. I like Yeats. I think I was just listening to him on my way here.
He's big.
Shout out T Will. He made this playlist. Can I see it? T Will's playlist.
Let me see.
So Yeet was on
Nature, okay. Pierre, okay. Okay. See, I'm starting to feel like I'm old because I know these names, but I don't really know their music anymore.
But I feel the same way, honestly.
Oh, yeah?
I like SG. I like that song with Future. The remix, Lick Back. But, okay, wait.
Who are your guys? Like, who are your... Like, for me, there's people that if they know me, they know I fuck with them. Like, these are people that I fuck with. Who are that for you?
Okay, mine's The Weeknd. Like, from Time. Like,
Okay.
huge fan.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, not anymore. I love Smiley. Do you like Smiley?
Bro.
Yes!
Buy or fucking buy, man. I'm a huge Smiley fan, bro. I love everything about him. I love his, like, spirit, his personality, but his music is hard, man. Smiley has, like...
You're valid.
Smiley has, like, 5-6 songs that I listen to damn near, like, every couple days. Like...
Because he's sick.
Smiley's sick.
What songs?
Sick. Warner, on his most recent Buy or Buy, there was a couple Made It. You know that one was crazy. His songs I love his hood songs too, like 9 on Me.
You like the classic Body
Sick. So Live is one of the best songs of all time.
Of all time?
With MK, one of the best songs ever. I love Smiley, bro. That intro that Drake
yes.
That one is crazy.
I didn't know he co-signed that one. I seen the video later. He's like in the pool.
Yeah. That's a crazy song. I love Smiley, bro. I'm a huge fan of his. That's my guy.
Yo, that song intro, I don't remember, but it came back to me because it was my birthday, and my friends got me champagne. I was like, yo, play intro by Smiley.
You're a real one, man. You're a real one. If we ever party, we gotta play Mad Smiley.
I love Smiley. They don't get it. They actually don't get it.
You know what I like about him, man? He's so smart in his own way. Like, he's making it, and he's staying out of all these politics. He doesn't really involve himself in any beef. When do you hear Smiley beefing with anyone?
I never thought of that, really.
Bro, all he does is drop music and like post workout videos and shit and like be at the club. You ever seen his workout videos?
I seen the video. What's the video where he has the whiteboard? And do you know what I'm talking about? There's like all these baddies, and then he has a whiteboard, sick. And I forget what he's telling them. I forget, but it's funny. He's
hilarious, man. But I love him, and I like that he's really like a street guy too. Like, he's a grimy guy, man. He's from Toronto. He's doing his thing. But he's made it.
Yeah, moved to LA, stay out of all the nonsense.
Yo, I love Smiley. Smiley's, like, one of those artists where I judge you. Like, if you think Smiley's whack, all right, I can't really fuck with your music.
Yo, for real.
Love Smiley.
Thank you. Okay, who else that I like a lot? Okay, obviously Drake. Everyone loves Drake. Whether you say you don't like Drake or you do, you still love Drake if you're from here.
Yeah, I respect Drake bare. I can't say I listen to his music a lot, but I have a lot of...
Not even the old tracks?
There's definitely Drake songs that I like, but I've never been that guy that was just like listening to Drake all day. Never.
Really? Take Care?
I like it.
Whoa.
But if you were to tell me make my list of like top 10 anything, I don't think any Drake would be on it. Probably not. Okay. But he's one of the smartest people ever.
I respect it.
He's
yeah,
real,
his
man.
branding, the way he does shit.
Yeah, he's a genius to me.
Who else? This is important, you know? I've been listening to a lot of Aaliyah recently.
Okay. You like R&B?
I do, but, like, even 90s R&B, I'm not that into it. Like, I don't know it like I know hip-hop.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Pangs.
Pangs is sick.
I actually, like, he's my favorite Toronto rapper, honestly.
That Alejandro Sosa was a banger that when he came out of jail, dropped that.
What?
Tough tune.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
That's a crazy one. He's on a boat.
Yo, I need to see that.
That one is good. Really good. He's sick, though. Shout out Pangs. Did you go to Rolling Loud?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Did you go?
No.
Oh, okay.
Talk to me about it, though. I want to know.
Yo, festivals are not for me. Like, it's just crazy. Too many people running around, mix up. Anyways, but the music was cool. Seeing Nav was cool. Seeing Pangs and 3M French, that was legendary. They did Griselda Blanco.
I've heard, I just like heard people talk about it. Everyone said their performance was one of the best.
Yeah, I didn't know like 3M French had like cause you see these mans and sometimes they don't know how to perform. But 3M French was good.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
He's got a lot of good songs too. He's got a good catalog.
Yeah, he does. Even what's his name? The DJ.
Charlie B.
Yeah. Charlie B's. Well, it was kind of sad because he did his set, right? And he was shouting out everyone that had died and everyone that's locked up. And it was like a lot of classics. He's playing all these classics. I was like, yo, like, this is really sad. Like, and that was like the most lit part. And he's just playing the tracks and everyone's, you know, like Smoke Dogg and just like all these guys.
That's real, man. I say that to a lot of people. If Toronto had the full roster, unbelievable. Like everyone was out, everyone was alive.
It's sad.
Crazy, man. I agree. It is sad. That's part of why I didn't really want to go at all. Like there's just too many artists that I like that are not here no more, and I'm like, fuck. You know?
Even like Mula first got taken off the lineup.
I know.
I didn't even know until I looked at it again, and like there was bare switch ups in the timings.
Yeah, cause there's a lot of politics.
Things, yeah, bare politics that were happening. Even like someone got shot apparently. Like,
you said a good point with festivals, like people running around. Like it's that environment. Like that's the point. I feel people to go crazy. You know, I don't like it. I don't. That's why I don't go. You won't see me at a festival. You'll see me out. You won't see me at a festival though.
Yeah, maybe like a day.
Yeah. One day.
I went to. You ever heard of Bestival?
No.
Okay, Bestival, Toronto Island. 2015. I went there with my dad. Yo, my dad took me there.
You were just a kid.
I was a kid. I was 13.
Holy shit.
Yo, my dad took me because I wanted to see Nas so bad.
Nas?
Yeah.
I just saw him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, at the Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was sick. That was fun.
I wanted to go so bad.
It was
Where were your
dope.
seats?
On the lawn.
Okay, yeah,
But
it got
dope.
expensive.
It was, and my tickets were like $40.
For lawn? When did you get them? Early, right?
Maybe like a month before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Say a word. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm not trying to get lawn. But then people were telling me all these different things about.
I liked it. I would do lawn again. I'd recommend it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
People said that. They were like, yeah, it was cool. It's a vibe.
Also, like, if it was sold out, but it wasn't like ridiculous, so there was decent amount of space. So I was like comfortable. I don't like being in tight spots, tight spaces, so it was good for me.
Lots of people are like that.
Yeah, definitely. Can't really enjoy it when I'm like crowded, you know?
Unless you catch a vibe.
Sure.
Personally, once you catch a vibe.
What does that mean?
Like, just let go
Explain.
of all your, like, you ever feel the music, feel the bass, and
For sure.
everything is just like, everything's good. You're not worried about sweating. It doesn't matter. People stink. It's not bothering you. Like, the music is just what matters, you know?
Right. You kind of forget about everything else.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a
real.
music person.
So The Weeknd and who else? Drake, The Weeknd. Okay, those are
Let's
the
get
two
into it.
most
I'll keep
common.
talking about it
The
too.
two most common people, by the way.
I mean, yeah, I love Drake, but I love, like, I
What's like an underground? What's like someone that I wouldn't expect?
That you wouldn't expect? You know Matt Martians?
No.
He's the drummer from the Internet. I really like the Internet.
Okay.
When they were
Dope.
releasing their first album. I mean, no, not their first. It was their third. Ego Death was their third. Because they have two before that.
Okay.
But I like Matt Martians. I used to like Steve Lacy. But then I think like when people get mainstream, I just don't like them anymore. Which is kind of fucked up.
I mean, yo, that's natural because the music does change.
It does. Like what happened with The Weeknd.
Yeah, it does change.
Like used to be my fave. Like it was insane.
Yeah, that happened to me with French Montana.
Yeah.
Once he started getting big, like people now know him for like Unforgettable and like that type of shit. I knew him for like street music, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I fuck with it. Like I get why they do it, but I can't say the music's as good.
That's the thing. Like I think about French Montana. I can't even think about anything before Pop That.
And you know, it's funny. Pop That is when I was like, kind of like done. I'm like, all right, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
That's funny. Whoa, you gotta put me on those mixtapes.
Absolutely.
I'll
send you like 50 songs, man.
Yo, I actually want to hear them because I know French Montana's sick. Like people have told me before, like they liked him when he came out and Coke Boys and all that stuff.
Yes. I think you'd like it. You know what? It's kind of like he didn't. I'm not gonna compare him to Smiley, but in a way he is because it's like simple lyrics, but it hits. You know, like it bags.
And he'll be like, huh?
Yes, but he didn't do that back in the day.
No.
No.
Oh.
That's the thing. French Montana has two careers. He's got his big like what he is now, and he's got his like bro. He was a straight like drug dealer vibes.
Yeah.
Street shit like.
Yeah.
I'll send you some stuff for sure.
I want to hear.
Anytime I could put someone on French Montana, I'm happy. It's a good day for me.
I'm gonna go through this and see. Oh, I like Westside Gunn. I just listened to like all the Griselda guys. They're doing well, but Westside Gunn's my favorite out of all of them. I just listened to You like Westside Gunn?
Yeah.
Okay, this mixtape. Oh, There's God and There's Fly God is a good one. There's God and There's Fly God praise both, but Easter Gun Day.
I see A$AP Rocky on there.
Yeah, Kiss and Pig.
That's one of the best mixtapes ever. That was maybe my favorite mixtape at that time. That one.
Really?
Long Live Love A$AP.
20.
That was in like grade 11, man.
Grade 11? That's so funny. Oh, you like Pro Era then?
Yeah, they weren't like, I liked them though, but they weren't like my top.
Okay.
Like of that time, it was A$AP Rocky for sure, French Montana, Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, Action Bronson.
What about Flatbush Zombies?
I liked them, but same, they weren't top tier for me.
What?
For me. Yeah, those are my guys. Even like I wasn't never Kendrick Lamar huge fan of his. Like I had my guys.
Really?
See, all these people, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, all these names, I like them, but I'm not really listening to them on my own, you know? My guys are like my guys.
I see. I like Action Bronson a lot.
Love Action Bronson.
I think he's so sick, and like what he says like weird shit that you would never hear.
He's sick, man.
He like be like, I'm on a horse, naked, or some weird shit. I'm like, yo, what? How do you think of that?
Extremely unique. Going somewhere by yourself is real. That's like something a lot of people wouldn't do.
I'm just a dolo kind of guy.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to my friends that come with me to random concerts.
It's nice when people come with you for sure, but it's like I'm not gonna miss out on this because no one's coming.
Yeah, no. Music is too important to me.
Would there be other things? Like, would you go on a trip by yourself? Like, to a new city or country?
I did. I went to New York. I went and I met my client, who's also my friend. And, yeah, like, it was nice. So I got to see my client, see my friend, but also work. Because I was shooting him. And then also go on a trip.
Yeah, man. You learn that way, too.
You ever travel alone? Where'd you go?
I've been to a few. I went to Vancouver by myself, but the big one I went to was Italy by myself. Oh. That was for like 10 days.
Are you Italian? You look Italian.
I am.
Okay.
A lot of people wouldn't guess that, though.
Yeah, maybe some people think you're brown or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's your background?
I'm Indian, German.
It's an interesting mix.
That's what I get.
You said your dad was German.
Yeah, my mom's Indian.
Interesting. You been to either of those countries.
Been to Germany, that's it. But
Interesting.
how was Italy? Like, do you speak
Sick.
Italian?
Not really. I can understand it a bit. My mom's fluent, so I've heard it all my life, but I never learned how to speak it. It was sick, man. The thing that I tell people about the solo travel is that sometimes you forget like how to talk.
I was like on the ferry, on the Staten Island ferry, and then I had to like work. So thankfully I was able to work on my phone, right?
Okay.
I'm talking to my student. My student gets off the phone, and I'm just sitting. I was in Battery Park. I'm sitting, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? Like, where do I go?
I haven't talked in like 6 hours.
Yeah, I'm like, all I had is my little students.
That stuff is good though. That like I look back at that trip very fondly. Like, wow, it was not much to do, but I found some shit to do. You know.
You like Neapolitan pizza?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Pizza in general, like.
Yo, I actually love pizza.
Hell yeah. If someone doesn't like pizza, you're wild.
Like the Neapolitan, like I don't like shit pizza. I'm like a pizza guy.
So that's one thing. I'll fuck with a frozen pizza.
I just had one yesterday for dinner.
I'll fuck with one for sure.
The Ristorante one.
Yeah, all of those. The best
Pepperoni
one is
pesto.
what do you call it? Dr. Edgar. You ever had those?
Yeah.
That's the same one. Yeah, those are the
There's
best
like
ones.
Delicio, and then there's Ristorante.
The Ristorante is the best one.
Yeah, I'm saying pepperoni
sure.
pesto and the pollo one. Those are the ones I like.
Those ones are good. But yeah, I fuck with that, man. I fuck with frozen pizza, and
What's
fuck with.
What's the one that you get?
It's like the cheese one typically.
Quattro
Yeah.
formaggi.
That one's crazy.
I don't know why I know all the names.
There you go. You gotta go to Italy now.
Yeah,
You're
yo,
ready.
I need good pizza for real.
The pizza there actually is unreal, though. That's not a myth.
What
Yeah.
about pasta?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What's like the thing that is like really good, but people don't know it, like Italy for that?
Do you like fish?
Yeah.
I love fish, so like I don't know. They know how to cook with fish down there. Even like, do you like anchovies and shit like that?
I don't know, cause like I grew up. You know when you grow up and people are like, ew, anchovies.
Yeah, that's.
So I don't know if I like them or
Even
not.
in my family, that was kind of how I grew up. I started eating them. I'm like, this is sick. Now it's one of my favorite. Like, if it's on a pizza, let's get it. One of the best.
Okay, I gotta try that.
Hell yeah. Especially
would
if
be
you like
good.
salty. You'll like it.
Is it like saltfish?
No, honestly, it's like a fucking salt fish. Like, you just
'Cause
taste like
they're
salt.
like really tiny, right?
Yeah. It's like a strip.
I gotta try that
Fire. Some people don't like it at all. I'm a big anchovy fan.
one day.
Support anchovies.
One day.
Yo, I gotta ask you about this though, because low key we were in the same building. I don't think we met at the Campfiyr fashion show. You were the photographer.
I wasn't
Or
the photographer.
You were a photographer.
I was a photographer, and that was a really that was a pivotal moment for me. Pivotal.
Yeah.
Yeah, pivotal moment.
Explain.
Because so my friend Veronica, I've been friends with her since like grade 9, and she has her clothing brand. It's called Sadgurls Club.
No way.
You know her?
She gave me a lighter.
Yeah, she gave me two
with
lighters.
like Playboy models on it or whatever.
It's her.
Yo, shout out to her, man. I still have that lighter. That's my favorite lighter ever.
Yeah, shout out Rerun. She's
killed
doing her
that shit.
thing, and she's really good at what she does, right? Like she sews
Yeah.
all her clothes.
No way.
She makes customs. She does all this stuff.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, she's super talented, and I remember like even back in the day, like she would tell me like, oh, like yeah, like I made this or whatever, like I don't know, like a bralette or something. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, that's sick. And then she actually got like really serious about it, and yeah, like I obviously like support my friends, so she was asking if there's photographers that are available to shoot it. I was like, yeah, sure. So my friend Alicia, she let me borrow her speed light, like the flash.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have one. So shout out to Alicia. And yeah, like from there, okay, because of this speed light that Alicia let me borrow, and then shooting the fashion show, I felt like more official.
Right.
I felt like, you know, like I'm actually doing this shit.
You leveled up a bit.
Yeah, like it's not a joke.
Yep.
So even walking into the event, I was like, I just had a camera. I realized now, you go anywhere, you have a camera, people are gonna let you in. They don't know who you are, what you do.
Loophole.
Yeah, that's a loophole. If you ever want to go somewhere, unless it's a concert, just bring the camera.
I'm gonna start doing that. It's a good idea.
So then, like, I shot that show, and I felt nice. And I was, like, upstairs in the dressing area, down at the runway. I was like, whoa, this is super cool. And then from there, because I still had that flash, I was able to shoot North by Northeast, and I would have never done that. But, like, I was asking my friend if I could shoot his friend, and then, I don't know, like, it just snowballed from there. Then I shot North by Northeast because I had the flash. If I didn't have the flash, I don't know what I would have done.
It's all a part of the process, man. You gotta take these steps.
Yeah, and equipment is, like, a big thing. You don't really realize it, but, yeah, it's a huge thing. It holds you back if you don't have it.
Because of the quality?
The quality, but, like, obviously photography is light. So, especially with the flash, it's like, you don't have light, you're not seeing anything.
Yo, I have a lot of directors come here, Seth, for one, and a bunch of other ones. They always talk about lighting.
It's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Without it, it's nothing. Like, you
Real.
have this light right here. Like, what would we have without this light? It would look stupid.
It wouldn't look as good. It's true. Lighting is very important. Real shit, man. Every director, every photographer says the same thing. It's so funny. But it's facts. Like the Bible.
It is the Bible facts. Because what, like, literally, like, physics and that stuff. Like, what is anything without it? What if the light was off right now?
It wouldn't be as good.
Exactly.
Real shit, man.
Exactly.
No, that's dope. I'm glad that event was big for you. Because that was a good time, man. That was an interesting experience. I was the damn MC for that. I'd never done anything like that before.
Yeah, how did you do that?
I shout out Campfiyr. They've been showing love to me, and they asked if I wanted to do it. I had no experience ever doing anything like that. It was very awkward, but I enjoyed it at the same time. It was a good time, and the people there were cool, man. All the models and shit were all smoking upstairs and shit. I'm like, this is a vibe.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was.
And even, like, people, I'm still, like, cool with the models and stuff, but I didn't even know, like, one of my people at Remix was modeling.
Dope.
And I seen him there. He seen me. He was like, are you in Remix? I was like, yeah, because it's early days. So it's like the whole community was there.
That was an interesting night, man. Shout out to the Campfiyr night.
Well, how do you feel after doing that? Like, do you feel better?
I felt good. I felt like it was something where I'm like, damn, a lot of people can't say they were like the host of a fashion show. Like, I could say that, you know?
It's like a kind of niche thing too.
It was a very niche thing. And yeah, it was cool, man. It was good. You know what it was to me too that was cool? I had no one there that I knew, like, no other than the organizer. And I was like, yo, just went in and kind of did my thing. I had no supporters there. Like, I had no friends there, and it was sick. It worked out good. So it made me, I feel like, stronger in a way. Like, yo, I could do whatever. Fuck it. Let's get it.
Yeah, you need to just say yes to things.
Yes.
It just falls in your place.
Exactly.
Like,
just say yes. It was
show
fun,
was sick.
man. That was a fun time.
I had fun too. I didn't even know you were there.
Yeah, there we go. Small world.
I'm seeing. Everyone's connected. I always talk about this. Do you believe in the 6 degrees of separation?
Yeah?
Yes!
For sure, man. For
it's
sure.
real.
Yeah.
People don't think it's real.
It is, because I don't know. Some shit is just like it's meant, I don't know, kind of meant to be like, it's hard to explain, but it is what it is.
I know what you mean. Like, take anyone in, like, the creative community and, like, the GTA. I know them through someone.
Isn't that fucked? If you pull up,
Small
like,
world.
any artist or anyone, like, in the city, kind of in the, like, photography director, podcast, singer, clothing designer, I guarantee there's someone that they know that you know.
Yeah, but that's
Isn't
kind
that
of
crazy?
good, too, because, like, that means we're
It's
kinda
amazing.
working together.
Yeah. It's a community. There's really, like, I think Toronto right now is in a sick place. Real good place.
So.
I think so.
I hope so. I've been seeing a lot of, you ever seen those posts of, like, directors or videographers talking about how they're done with doing videos?
That was crazy, right?
I see it myself as a photographer. Like, people, it's like they have budget for this, but not budget for that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, what are you going to do? We got to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you going to turn down a job?
What?
Like, if someone's got a bread for you, but it's not really what you think you're worth, are you going to turn it down?
See, that's the thing. That's like the struggle.
It's hard, man.
That's the struggle.
Exactly. If you take the money, how can you be mad that they're not paying you enough, you know?
Recently though, what I've been doing, I'm like, you know what, like I've figured something out that's true to what I believe. Like if someone says, oh, I have this budget, but I want you for this amount of time, I'll be like, I'll come for actually this amount of time for that budget, and it'll work out. Because also, I think people, like clients, they don't know what they want.
Right.
A lot of the times. And they're like, they don't ask enough about, like, what it is that I do. Because maybe they have a different image of, like, what photographers do.
True.
And they don't know, like, what their deliverables are. They don't know, like the time, even, like, in the studio, like, how to, like, arrive and get dressed or things like that, you know? They're kind of like...
They're looking for, like, a creative director.
Which is what I do as well. Like, I do everything. But it's... I don't know. Like, I think people should, like... If they have questions, ask your questions. So then everyone's on the same page, you know?
That's a good point, man. There's nothing wrong with not knowing, but we got to figure it out.
Facts. And pay people what they deserve.
So what are you doing right now? Like, if someone... Like, what... Do you have a list of things that you'll do, or if someone says, yo, come take these photos for me and I'll pay you this, you're down? Like, what's your requirements?
No.
You got requirements?
For sure. Like, now I require a deposit. My last... Oh, man, it's so unfortunate. My last, like, 4 shoots fell through. Some of them weren't even paid, but I was excited regardless because I love what I do. But, yeah, they just fell through, and I was so upset. And I think, like, sometimes I'm too nice, you know? Because also, like, I want people to do well for themselves. I want to see people, like, get what they want. But sometimes it's at my expense.
Right.
And we gotta be more mean, I think. Like, I might be too nice. What was your question? I forget.
I get what you mean. That was an interesting point, though. Do you feel like, though, like, as you're growing, you're getting more, like, to the point?
Yeah, I'm more hardened, especially after moving to the city.
I think it's one of those things where you just learn. Like, you just learn to get that. Where it's like, yo, I shout out to you, but I need to be good, too.
Yeah, I got bills to pay. You got bills to pay. Somehow we gotta meet in the middle. But, like, I don't know. It's so easy to sell yourself short, which a lot of people do, including myself. But I think I stopped that now.
Does being around people like Brown Guy and other people that have been doing their thing help you with that? Like, build kind of confidence? Like, oh, shit, I'm learning here and I know I can do this too?
Yeah, for sure. Especially, like, actually, a few days ago, I was looking at his website. And I was, like, looking at his prices and how it was, like, laid out. Because he put the price and then what it comes with. So then no one is confused. I was a farmer over the summer. I love to do that. But I don't want to... Yeah.
Like on a farm?
Urban farm.
Explain.
Okay. So, my school, TMU, Toronto Metropolitan.
Right.
Formerly known as Ryerson. They have an urban farm on the roof of a building. So, I was, like, convinced to go to that school because they have that farm. So I was like, you know what? I have to work here. Finally, because I'm in my 4th year now. So, like, my last opportunity was over the summer that just passed.
Right.
So, yeah, I got a contract there for the summer. And, yeah, I was a farmer. Like, it was so sick. Because that's what I like. I love agriculture and, you know, sustainability. And the way that they ran that farm was, like, it's just amazing. Like, they did everything right, and you could see that, you could taste that, and it's like you get to plant, you get to weed, you're literally growing food.
Crazy.
And eating it. So you're there from the beginning to the end. So that's something I love too, but I don't know if would I do it forever? I don't know.
I like that, man. You're learning what you like. You're learning.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
And what works for me.
Yeah.
What doesn't work.
I feel like that stuff helps a lot with patience too. Like, you literally can't rush a plant being grown. Like, it's gotta grow.
Yeah.
you can put some fertilizer and shit, but you're not gonna do it yourself. It's gotta grow.
But even fertilizing, that's a strenuous process.
Exactly, and that's life, man. We can't fucking rush these steps.
Oh man, you're so right. You're so right.
Life's like a plant.
Life is a plant. We are plants. You know what? You know how people say like humans, like people delineate humans from animals, but humans are animals. I think it's weird.
For sure,
We're
are,
literally
bro.
just animals. We're just bipeds.
Yeah.
Homo sapien. We're not that smart,
We're very smart.
but we're not that smart.
We're very smart, but we're also animals at the same time. We're not smart, but very smart.
Like we hold ourselves to a crazy stature. We're not that sick.
No, but at the same time, we are. That's the crazy part.
Right.
Like, going back to your, like, the beginning, all this shit is, like, so much of it is man-made. That's crazy.
Yeah, what I was thinking about, like last night, I was like, weapons of mass destruction? How does that exist?
Man-made.
No way you would make a weapon of mass destruction. Why would you do that?
No, but you can. That's the crazy thing. It's like, we're so smart, maybe don't use it for the best reasons.
Yeah.
But to be able to do that is nuts. Like, a dog cannot make a grenade. But, like,
No.
a person literally can.
Which is...
Or a
it's so-
car.
Yeah, like
Crazy, right?
why do we have cars? I don't think about this a lot from like my schooling, I guess. It makes me contemplate these things. Like, what?
It's good to think about shit, man. It's humbling.
Someone built this building.
Everything in here.
Like, art makes sense to me. That's why I like art. I'm like, you know what? Like, you're gonna take something, you're gonna create something.
Agreed.
Probably with your hands. But also, I do graphic design, so I'm lying. But, like, buildings and shit, architecture, like, yo, you actually made that, and people, like, live in it.
Nuts.
People use it. Like, these microphones. What do you mean?
Crazy, right?
Yeah, I think about, like, earphones. The phone, I feel like I'm going so off topic, but the phone has a file. How is the file converting into sound through a wire?
Yeah. And it's fucked. You know what's trippy about that shit, too?
What?
Like, a lot of this technology's been around. Like, phones have been around. They were much less advanced, but, like, to think you could make phone calls in whatever, the 40s, whatever it was, 30s, that's nuts.
Even before that.
Yeah.
Radio. Radio's mad old, but it's
Crazy.
like, what? It's through the air?
Crazy, right?
How is it in the air?
It's
We don't
humbling.
even feel it.
It's humbling, man.
Humans are crazy for that.
Humans are crazy for that. Very well said. Man, that's about an hour in. That's a fire conversation to me. Is there anything you want to plug, promote? Explain your IG handle, actually. I'm curious about that. So follow you at CNTRLNSHFT.
Control and shift.
CNTRLNSHFT.
That's
What
like
does that mean?
CNTRL. Okay, so this started where I was feeling like I'm like under the radar type of thing. Like I felt invisible, like I'm a ghost. I'd always say I'm a ghost
Okay.
because, excuse me, like I feel like I could talk, no one would hear it, or I could be somewhere, no one would see me. So I felt incognito. So then I took that. Control and Shift is the Chrome shortcut. And yeah, it just like I took it from there. I added the N because the shortcut is CTRL.
Right.
And then SZA came out with her album. I was like, what the hell, man? Like, why would you steal my name
She
from
jammed
me?
it.
But that's okay. Shout out to SZA, whatever. Yeah, like just Control and Shift.
I like that.
Incognito. Yeah, but it doesn't have longevity because Chrome is not forever. Google Chrome. So I don't know. I need to rethink it.
Gonna rebrand one day.
Maybe, I don't know.
I fuck with it though. That's a good story.
And then people were saying you're in control. And like they saw the mouse and they were like, it's like a mouse, a computer mouse.
I literally just put that together right now.
But I didn't make it like that. Mouse is because like that's what my parents call me. My parents call me Mouse. Yeah.
Hard.
And I never thought about it like that. Someone said that to me. I was like, whoa.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, sure.
What can people hit you to do for work? Like,
I'm a photographer firstly. I do graphic design, creative direction, art, like creative direction, art direction. Shit, what else do I do? I like collaborating on like just anything, musical projects. I do a lot of BTS, trying to do more than BTS, even though BTS is cool, valid.
The vlog type stuff.
No, I'm not up on my video yet because I don't have a microphone. Trying to get a new camera. But yeah, first and foremost, I'm a photographer and creative director, I'd say.
Sick. You need photos. You need creative direction.
Hit me.
Hit JZB, man.
I'm here.
We should work on something one day. I'm gonna hit you about that.
Okay.
Let's
We
get
have
it.
worked on something. You
True.
didn't even know.
True. Very true. Small world. Small world. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so
Follow
much.
at Control Shift.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, man. Shout out everyone doing their thing. Shout out the young stars. We're out here, man. Like, subscribe, follow. Versatile Vigilante. Let's get it.
You say that's
Fire.
a wrap?
It's a wrap.
That's a wrap.